Hi, and welcome to today's event, where we have the pleasure to present Agillic. Emma, who is the CEO, will go through. He just maybe disconnected. I hope he will be back. There he is back. Perfect.
No.
The result. You're back. Perfect, Emma. Today we're looking at the first half year of 2021 and the result. Some of the headlines: 6% growth in the ARR, earnings, and of course compared to a very hard year last year. Nice to see some growth, but we will dig deeper into those numbers. As always, ask question here on the right side. Do it in Danish, no problem. I will translate it. So just feel free. Ask through the presentation. I will see if it fits in, or if it doesn't fit in, no worry. I will pick up all the questions and we will get through them when the presentation is finished. But Emma, I think you should take it from here and present the numbers.
Very good. Thank you very much. Thank you for the invitation. Thank you for joining everyone who's here right now with us and those who will see this video later in the future. Before jumping into the numbers, I thought that it might be a good idea for those who hasn't seen our presentations in the past, what we do as Agillic, and I thought that this might be a way to start our presentation. Very short update on that. Agillic is a software as a service company. Our product is a marketing automation platform, and we operate internationally. We generate 100%, almost 100% of our revenue through subscriptions. End 2020, we had a total revenue of 50.5 million Danish krone. We have been listed on Nasdaq First North in 2018, March, and our operations are mainly driven from Copenhagen, and we have sales and software development offices in various markets. Apart from the domestic market in Denmark, we aim to grow our business through international market penetration, with particular interest in the Nordics, which is Sweden, Norway, Finland, besides DACH region, Germany, Austria, Switzerland, UK, Central Eastern Europe, and North America. We do this on different stages with different go-to-market strategy activation. Together with our strategic partners across geographies, we continue to target digitally mature and data-driven business-to-consumer or business-to-business businesses with substantial customer databases. We have a strong penetration within retail, finance, travel and leisure, NGO, and subscription businesses altogether. Let me quickly tap into what business problem do we address and how relevant are we to the business world today. So I guess I can bluntly say that companies and brands have never been so dependent on their digital engagement with their customers as they are now after a year as 2020. Such digital relationships naturally requires a focus on establishment and retention through technology. And that's where the marketing automation platform such as Agillic comes into the picture. Our omnichannel marketing automation platform, we enable companies to activate their first-party customer data to maximize the value of their customer experience through fully data-driven lifecycle communications. Because of our platform can orchestrate and operate on omnichannel level, that's meaning all channels simultaneously and seamlessly, and our platform can also scale this operation on personalized messaging level, the impact on our clients' business can be quite substantial. And we measure that with higher conversion on their business results, higher customer satisfaction of our clients, better retention of their customers, and increased customer lifetime value for our clients. Now, how good is our platform? We are from Denmark, we have good penetration in Denmark, but how good are we? So let me answer this question with two specific examples from Q2 this year. The first one is the one that I would like to talk about as Dansk Erhverv, Danish Chamber of Commerce, every year runs a award show, and it celebrates the best companies within e-commerce and digital business at their annual award show in May. This year, 4 of 5 nominees in the category Best Omnichannel Company were our clients. 3 of them, Matas, A.O. Johansen, and Boini Day, were awarded with first, second, and third prizes. This was the fourth consecutive year our clients were awarded as the best omnichannel company. So I see this as one of the fantastic ways of delivering those results that I've just mentioned: higher conversion, retention of clients, customer lifetime value, such as Matas. I mean, these days, Matas is speaking quite heavily on how they're engaging with their engagement level with their customers, and how they're investing more, and their expectations around this. We are quite an important part of this journey. Another example that I would like to talk about is also a part of our internationalization perspective in regards to how do we make sure that everyone around the world actually sees our value by an independent source, such as Gartner Insights. This is a platform driven by Gartner, and it's they're literally controlling the quality of the evaluations in there. Every client that is interested to evaluate their technology platform, they can, in different categories, they can share their comments, input, good and bad, on Gartner Insights. We have recently became a part of this, and this is every day, it's increasing. Every day we are collecting more and more of our clients' input, and we are actually, this is something outside of our control. These are our clients speaking about us, and they're evaluating us compared to what's happening in the market. Now, these 2 examples I wanted to share with you because of how relevant we are within the industry, how good are we performing, and how our clients are evaluating us all together. Now, let's move into some numbers. These are the 4 key financial criteria that I usually tend to share in these meetings that we do with Mikael here. We are quite proud of our Q2 results as we have just published this morning. The 4 criteria: revenue from subscriptions, gross profit, EBITDA, and the number of clients are the highest on this quarter since we have been in the IPO. This is a very, very strong result. We are very proud of it, and not because this quarter is just better. It's the static growth that we care most about, that our plans are going in the right direction, our strategy execution is delivering the results, and this is where we believe that this is the right track that we are on, and we are on the right development path. I would like to share 2 slides with you. The first one will be about key financial highlights. The second one will be about our SaaS highlights. Let's start with the financial highlights. What are the top details to highlight from our conversations? The revenue from subscriptions that continued to grow in Q2, and it's all-time high with 23.2 million. Due to the improved sales mix effect. Now, what I mean by that one is that it's the mix between subscription-based AAR and the transactional-based AAR. Our gross profit for H1, the first half, has been 20.3, and that's also the highest since the IPO. Our EBITDA amounted of 2.2 million for Q2 and 2.9 with half year, which is an increase of 2.7 million compared to last year's same period. And the positive EBITDA development resulted from an increase on our gross profit and reduced operational costs, naturally. Now, EBITDA focus is rather important for us because, as I will speak in a short while, as we have 3 main key financial KPIs that we steer after. But the EBITDA one is also important from our competitive edge perspective. More and more, as we travel outside of Denmark, where our awareness is lower in the different markets, the prospects that we're speaking to, those who are interested to purchase our platform and become a subscriber for our platform, they tend to ask the question of how healthy our company is. Now, this is becoming a competitive edge for any kind of technology company traveling outside of the native country they come from, because this is very important for any company that is investing on purchasing our platform. This is a long-term commitment. They would like to make sure that the technology they are taking and absorbing into their organization will be something that they will be able to continue to work with. That's one of the reasons. And that's one of the reasons that EBITDA is one of our key parameters of success. And the last thing that I just wanted to highlight on that one is end of Q2, we finished the quarter and the half year with a 22 million cash at bank, which is also another important aspect of our long-term strategy for healthy financials.
Emma, if we can stop there, there's a question out there.
Sure.
You know, there's always a balance as a SaaS company between earnings and growth. How are you balanced there? Are you focusing more on growth, or have you moved a little bit more to the earning side, or is it just you want this as a positive to show out in the world that we are also here tomorrow, and it's still the growth part that is your main driver for driving you forward?
Very relevant question. I'm actually very happy that this is coming up right now, so that we are very clear on this one. Our focus is both. We are focusing on double-digit growth on our AAR subscription fees, as well as positive EBITDA. This is very important to mention that our focus is not either or, but both. And this is also something that I will be talking about. These are the 2 out of 3 key financial success parameters for us. All right, if I move forward to our SaaS highlights. In Q2 2021, we successfully continued to win new and uplift existing clients. 6 new contracts that we have managed to complete across several industries in Q2. That was both in Denmark and on international markets. This brought the total number of our clients with an increase of 11 in the first half year of 2021. With the end quarter of 91 clients. Our subscriptions, AR subscriptions, increased by 800,000 in Q2 compared to Q1. The new clients and new uplifts increased half-year results subscription part to 40.7 from 40.7 to 43.2 million. That's a total of 2.5 million increase, which is the 6.1% increase altogether. The transactional part of AR also increased in Q2. However, it is still lower than Q4 because of the seasonality, because transactional AR is not something in our control. It's something with the utilization of our platform and the number of outputs that are being sent by our clients. As of end Q2, the total AR amounted of 48 million. That was the increase of 1.4 million in Q2 compared to Q1 21. In half year 21, another important point that I like to highlight is naturally when we have a very good steer of our bottom line and EBITDA, that also has a major impact on our customer acquisition costs. We have moved our customer acquisition cost the same period last year in the half year to 300,000 crowns down to 300,000 crowns from 1.6 million. Now, that's a tremendously lower customer acquisition cost, which we are very happy of. Though this is something that we continuously work on, that improvement comes from operational cost control, ability to efficiency delivery, as well as the number of clients that we are adding on the top line. Any questions on the SaaS side as while we are here?
Yeah, there's one. There's a slight downtick in the average ARR per customers. I know you still have customers that's a little bit hit by COVID-19. If you're looking forward in the future, is that one of your parameters that you hope you will be able to lift the average ARR on your customer base? I, of course, know it also depends on which customers you get in, but you're going for more international customers, which could also mean bigger. So it's a little bit about your expectation there, without any guidance, but just a direction. Maybe,
there are. It's extremely relevant question again. It is absolutely important for us to keep an eye on that's one of the reasons that we are measuring it, our average AAR. The reason that it is different, I mean, it has 100,000 lower average right now versus last year at the same time. This is mainly driven by the market movements. I mean, what is happening right now is in the market, first of all, we are going international. When we're going international, there's a temptation to start and join, and they are taking it in a slower and more realistic rather than optimistic opportunities for the subscription engagements. Now, the good part of this is that as we move forward, when we get new clients in, they grow through time. And for us, this journey is the healthy part of the journey. I prefer that we start small, grow bigger, rather than they come in big and then they downgrade or they leave us. So it's a very healthy way of looking at it. Now, that's for the new clients in the new markets. On the other side, you rightly said, we still have travel and hospitality as one of our main business areas that has been terribly badly hit, and it's still under recovery, that it didn't recover yet. And that is also another part of the reasons that we have a hit on our average versus last year.
Perfect.
All
and
right.
also
Now,
alluding a little bit to the customer acquisition cost, I have a question. Is that due to that you're using more partners to get in the customers than your own business, or is it? I of course know it's also a little bit to do. You got more customers in and mathematics, but is it more focusing on partners getting the customers in, which lowers your cost there, or can you give a little bit of the big fall from last year?
it's a combination of multiple effectiveness focus areas. You're absolutely right. The way that we have started to work together with our partners has a major impact on it. In the meantime, the way that we have established certain processes in our office, the way that we're working with our prospects and our go-to-market strategy, the way that we are measuring impact, the way that we are filtering the process of prospects becoming to sales pipeline, and thereby from SQL to MQL to whole journey. So we have a very well-driven, I would say, process machine right now that has a major impact on it, as well as naturally the number of clients are increasing, and our partners are a part of our exercise.
So without giving any guidance, you are hoping to keep that the development on this line, I guess.
I mean, and again, if I take the next page, let's look at it in another perspective. I mean, previous question regarding are we just focusing on EBITDA, or do we have a growth as in our pipeline? It is absolutely a part of our financial goal. We would like to have double-digit growth on our AAR subscriptions. We would like to have positive EBITDA, and we would like to have positive cash from our operations. These three are our main factors that we're working towards. And if you look at our financial guidance, back in 15th of July, we have increased our EBITDA guidance for 2021 from -5 to -1 to 0 to 3. So now this movement is, of course, has an impact on our customer acquisition cost. But in the meantime, we are keeping an eye on it. But our aim is not making a lot of money in the bottom line. All the money that we generate, we invest it back into sales and commercial growth, on technology developments, to be able to get the most out of our growth journey. So we are continuously focusing on making efficient solutions that we can actually reinvest it back into our development process.
Perfect.
Now, moving in to our growth journey, I would very much like to talk a bit about this one. I mean, the numbers are there, but what's next? I mean, what are we working on? How did we get here, and how are we planning to move forward? So the important part here is that we have established the Reboot 2.1 strategy back in January. We went out to market. We've informed everyone. That was very much based on our strategic partnerships, how we would like to expand our growth. The main pillars of our strategy was carried out by our international growth through strong partnerships and alliances, combined with leveraging our in-depth target industry understanding and experiences. I've already mentioned that we have 5 of these segments that we have been working on. In addition, the part subscription businesses is more like a business model rather than an industry, because it opens up into, and it's very applicable for many different industries. So what we did now is we expand this one, we went into the details of it, and we have targeted specific areas, industries in our go-to-market strategy right now. Technology, software, cloud, entertainment and gaming, energy and utility, media and publishing. These 4 areas are in our key focus growth segments that we are targeting across our international markets, as well as the local domestic one. It is important to say that we already have clients in many of these areas. They are not just fully new, but we are now expanding with our knowledge and understanding within these sectors. Another important point that we have talked about earlier in the Reboot to One strategy was about our partnerships and our growth strategy through partnerships. Now, I would like to talk a bit about how we are bringing this one forward. There were different categories of business development partners, integration partners, and then key technology partnerships. And this, I just like to talk a bit about this one because we have identified a very unique approach on how we are establishing partnerships, international partnerships, and we are actually going into the market with that mindset. In Q2, we have started to follow this growth through partnership strategic umbrella approach with focus on key technology partners. Today, what we know is that all MarTech systems operate as a part of a greater ecosystem with continuous requirement on ready-to-go integrations. The clients who are investing on any of this part, they are seeking for platforms that are already integrated to each other, and they are ready to go agile solutions and not long-term, time-consuming and expensive solutions. The MarTech stack is also blending into the digital business stack. Now, this is very important because now marketing technology is moving from only marketing area to a business part of any kind of client communications. Now, this is where our clients also come into the picture because they work with the ecosystems. But specifically for our key technology partnerships, we believe that the road to sustainable growth for us and resilience, that's basically avoiding churn, is paved through relevant and independent partnerships within these ecosystems. We are a best-of-breed company within the marketing automation platform space. There are other best-of-breed platforms within the ecosystem where some are customer data platforms, some are customer service platforms, some are CMS, e-commerce, and so on. We have identified the best of each area on the international area, start targeting each of them to establish strong partnerships together and establish integrations and establish joint go-to-market strategies. We call this best of breed ecosystem. And the idea behind this have established already in early Q2, and we already are in quite a progressive approach and in-depth conversations with many partners. Our aim is to define innovative client value propositions together with our key technology partners, which we can then grow our businesses together. Now, this is very important that we have identified partners, key technology partners, that are their sales-focused approach with such angles seems to be the fastest way to succeed when it comes to be creating prospects for closures. Now, it's very important that we found the partners who has the same interest, same structure, same go-to-market mindset, and same kind of volume interest for AAR growth. Therefore, we would like to increase our opportunities to connect with such prospects through increasing level of engagements of companies who are sharing the same sales perspective. Hence, the reason we call it alone we are strong, together we are stronger. So this outside-in approach, easier, faster, integrated, ready-to-go, simplified solutions perspective, and our joint flexible, always best in class, and continuous innovation-driven mindset, because we are all operating in our best-of-breed space, we believe that's how we're going to excel on delivering fast time to value promise to our clients even stronger. That's what we are focusing on Q3, Q4, and moving into 2022 with this mindset.
I guess
this is all for me now.
I have a question.
Sure.
That seems like it must take up some. I guess that will take up a lot of effort. Resources. Is that correct? And can you drive that? Do we need to employ more people? I guess because this is going out, identifying and integrating and really talking to this. Is it something you already have done and you're just accelerating, or will that need more resources? And thirdly, a question: how do you make sure that they are targeting the same market and the same types of clients? I guess size of clients and such stuff. Is that also a part of the decision process here?
Absolutely. Very, very relevant questions. So let's take it one by one. The strategy, this is typical our way of doing the business. First, we do a very in-depth research and evaluation process. Then we define a plan, and then we define a business case behind the plan. And then we start, if we believe this is the right way, we start executing it. So this plan has been already planted in late Q1. Q2, we did our evaluations and selected our partners. And already in Q2, we have closed number of these partnerships. It is not that hard to find them because these are all global players. I mean, I can already mention one of them because we have already talked about this in the market, Telium, as one of the top 3 CDPs, customer data platform in the world. We have tremendously strong integration with them, and not integration on technical perspective, but integration on commercial perspective. We are currently working out there together and going out to market and prospects together. Second part of your question, it takes time and energy and people to execute such a strategy. Absolutely right. And therefore, we have already hired people who started as of 1st of August, a specific person who is only focusing on growth through key technology partnerships. We have joint activities where we are investing collective go-to-market salespeople with our partners. We have multiple integrations in our roadmap that is already defined, and we are working on value proposition exercises that we are working with our key technology partners that their salespeople can take it out to their prospects. This is a very highly effective way of going after the business. We all share the same desire, and we all have the same motivation, and we have some good results already so far. So we'll see how it opens up.
And just to make understand that the partners are chosen, so you are no way competing each other. You have a common interest in going to a client. Telluride has a common interest and mentioning you because they know that you will take Telluride with you to your clients. Is that clear? So there is no real, you're not competing in any way. So how?
The best of breed ecosystem that we have established so far are actually mainly complementary platforms working together. This is to say, it is so hard to clearly say yes or no to your question, because this is a very dynamic market. Every company has their own strategy on what they want to do. I call it frenemies. Of friends and enemies coming together. Frenemies are working in collaboration for joint growth perspective. At the moment, our approach has a much greater interest from the clients because easy to integrate. Everybody is best in what they do, and we are great friends together for solutions that we can apply quite rapidly. Is a tremendously valuable offering. Perfect. And the last part of your question was, are we planning to hire people? And yes, we are planning to hire people. We actually have quite a heavy pipeline that we are seeking at the moment, as many other technology companies out there. But already in August, we have had more than 5 people that we have added to our team in multiple markets. So it is a continuous growth. Every time we make the money, we invest back on commercial and technology development. Perfect. So that was from me for today.
Yeah, perfect. I actually have one more question, which could be nice to get clarified. I'm not sure. I read it in the financial reports of the new clients you have gotten. How is a big part of those are international? You have an internationalization strategy. You have bigger potential out there due to the bigger sizes of the company. So can you elaborate a little bit about that on how many of the is it 11 clients that are international?
We haven't given this information after 11 new clients that we have gained. We call it both from local and international, mainly driven. The reason there's a reason we would love to say it, but most of the clients, they tend to, some of them because of competition reasons, some of them for other reasons, they would like to retain that. But I can say that we have a good balance. And it is the balance that is very important for us, because we haven't forgotten our local market, but in the meantime, our main focus is for growth. Our investments going into the international perspective for the commercial team, it is delivering the results that we started. So it's a balanced growth that we are very happy with.
And on the partner side also, have you gotten more in? That's the two, of course, we are following internationalization and the partner side.
Naturally. On the partner side, two important aspects. I mean, some of them we are sharing with the market. Some of our market partners are moving up into our solution partners, moving up from bronze to silver to gold level, which is very important to mention, because that shows their dedication, their interest, their expanding, penetrated approach to Agillic clients. On the other side, from the technology partners, the one that I've just mentioned, best of breed, the 6 technology partners that we're focusing on, I would say they're all international. So with that focus, I will keep it that as much as we can come into the market, we can share. This is our top priority. Would love to share these news when the timing is right.
Perfect. Yeah, but then let's end on that note. Thank you for the spectators to ask a good question, and thank you to you, Emma, for taking us through your results.
Thank you very much.